Hi, how you doing there, folks? Now, I'm making this article about this article that appeared in today's New York Post. Governor takes bold step to cut 2.5 billion. Yeah, right here. This Governor Patterson. That's the lieutenant governor he appointed, and this is what it says right here. All right, this is in New York State. The New York State governor. Okay. Now, the New York State governor is saying that there's going to be a deficit. This is a deficit of 4.1 billion, and on October 14th. Well, this is Thursday, October 15, 2009. It appeared in the New York Post on page 3. Alright, the governor wants to cut 2.5 billion. I mean, massive cuts that are going to affect a lot of areas of and affect a lot of people in New York State. Well, according to what the Napoli said, Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver, it's not that bad because the economy is getting better now. But the problem is a lot of tax revenues went down as a result from a lot of people that lost their jobs, real estate. A large amount of taxes coming in were coming from real estate transfer taxes. Now I have a solution how a lot of revenue could be brought in to the New York State. And listen, you don't have to make much cuts at all. I got the best solution possible, and this hasn't even been mentioned pretty much. Here goes, folks. Okay, now as you know, cigarette taxes have been increased a lot. Okay, but it affects. There's a lot of people that smoke that pay hardly no taxes at all. The people with the rolling tobacco, that buy this real cheap garbage. Top, bugler, and all that. Put taxes on that, folks, and you can start getting a lot of these people to quit. You know, here's what you do. Here's my solution. What New York State should do, what Governor Patterson should propose, and I think it would pass very easily. This is what should be done. $2.50 tax increase on all tobacco, all rolling tobacco, and cigarettes. $2.50 increase. That will bring in a lot of revenue, folks. And this revenue coming in, half of it should go towards offsetting Medicaid, and the money that goes towards hospitals. You know, the other half will go into the New York State government general fund. The other half. Okay, now I got it, and now an area that has been cut a lot by New York State, the New York State government, as a result of Governor Pataki, and 25% of this revenue should go towards increases in aid to mass transit. Half of it should go towards building the Second Avenue subway, the Fulton Street, getting the Long Island Railroad connector built. The other half should go towards mass transit operating aid, which could offset these fare increases that the New York City Transit Authority is threatening to do. They're threatening to do 2 fare increases in the next 2 years. This could offset it, or maybe enough revenue to where maybe we could have a fare decrease, which hasn't been, which to my knowledge has never been done. Okay, fare rollback, which would get a lot of people to use mass transit, and not drive, or and to want to make more trips on mass transit, which will bring in even more revenue. Alright, another solution I got, and this is about mass transit, building roads and all that, and the New York State government general fund. And you'll get less people driving and want to use mass transit. In New York State, increase gasoline taxes by 10 cents. Okay, here's what you do with the money. Okay, here it goes, folks. 2 cents should go towards road and bridge projects. Okay, 2 cents should go towards mass transit projects, getting the 2nd Avenue subway built, the Long Island Railroad connector. Alright, if we could get the 2nd Avenue subway built with more money, the 2nd Avenue subway could be built before that projected date. You know, the whole reason why it's not going to be built and running till then is because of not enough money. It's basically start the work again, stop the work again, start the work again, and we stop the work again. As you know, folks, the Manhattan Bridge, it took to get the tracks running on the end side of the Manhattan Bridge took almost 10 years. That finally got finished. The money was available. Once that was finished, you'd see how fast the D side of the Manhattan Bridge got built. It got built very quickly, folks. Because the money's there, then you can get you can get all the workers possible and get a project done real fast. Don't you know, folks, that the whole New York City subway system was pretty much built in 10, 15 years? Look how long it's taking to fix it. Years and years and years, folks. 2nd Avenue subway is being built in an amount of time where the whole system was built much faster than that. Okay, now take this in now. Okay, 2 more cents will go to the New York State General Fund, and the remaining 4 cents will go to aid to cities like New York that are having budget troubles, and help offset the budget troubles that are there. Plus increase New York State income taxes by 1%. Half goes to the New York State General Fund, the other half gets distributed around to cities, and just on the state level there, much of these budget troubles affecting municipal governments in New York State along with the state could be solved just by doing that. All it takes is this ingenuity. Look at Governor Patterson. Look at this guy's face right there, folks. Does that look like a guy that's optimistic? Does that look like a guy that has great ideas? Does that look like a governor that's really interesting? I don't think so, folks. I say Andrew Cuomo's the man. Come time for re-election for governor. I'm not sure. This guy's Ronald Reagan right here. He's a hatchet man, folks. His idea is like Ronald Reagan. Let's chop there and let's chop this off. Who cares about these people? Let's chop them. Let's chop this. Let's chop this mass transit aid. Who cares if there's fare increases, mass transit cuts? Does that look like a guy that should be re-elected? Does that look like a governor that's got ideas? It's really a real exciting guy? I don't think so, folks. This is how Governor Patterson looks pretty much. Get a load of this. That's Governor Patterson, folks. Let's get Andrew Cuomo elected. Obama's right.